Good morning. It is 7:19 a.m. on Saturday, August 19th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm recording this at 7:19 and then the date is 8:19. What are the odds of that? I mean, technically you could say that at any moment. Like if I waited and said, "Oh, now it's 7:20 a.m. on August 19th. I started recording this at 7:20 and it's 8:19. What are the odds of that?" Pretty much the same as yeah. Anyway, I'm up way earlier than I wanted to be because of my building resurfacing their parking lot, which required me to park off-site last night, which is fine-ish. But what it meant was that where I parked was free overnight, in a metered lot, but then the meters kick in again in the morning. And it was a tricky timing balance because the time that in theory they're reopening the lot here is the same time that they are kicking in the meters where I was parked. And so I had to go get the car and take it out of the metered lot, but there was always a chance that they wouldn't have actually opened the lot here yet. Turned out fine. They were actually, I took like an extra 15 minutes to go to the drugstore while I was there, and when I came back here, it turned out they were removing the traffic cones just as I pulled up. How lucky is that? Excepting, of course, for the whole thing about how I'm up about 5 hours earlier than I wanted to be because I had to deal with the car in the first place. Anyway. Yeah, I'm tired. I need to get some more sleep, you guys. I mean, my instinct is that I'm up and I'm going to stay up, but boy, I need more sleep. So it's like nap, go back to bed now, nap later. Well, I'll figure something out. Anyway, Luna finished her third week of radiation therapy yesterday, and another annoying little errand is that I forgot to get the refill of one of her medicines, and I don't have enough for the weekend, so might have to drive back in there at some point, and I couldn't go ahead and just do it this morning while I was out already because the pharmacy there isn't open yet. So, what was I talking about? I don't know. I'm tired. I'm out of it. I only watched the first episode of The Defenders so far, and I say only just because there's apparently a whole bunch of people who've binged the whole thing already, which is fine. Hey, good for you guys. I'm not criticizing, but sure, I'm not there yet. I'm only just watched the one episode, and a show like this, it doesn't make any sense to even try to judge a show based on just first episode, but it was fine. Anyway, need more sleep, you guys. I guess just to follow up on what I was saying about Luna is that, the one of the expected side effects that we knew was going to be an aspect of the treatment, just that she's got some sort of splash damage, sunburn type of deal around some of the areas down there where near where they're treating. And we've been playing with her medications, trying to keep her as comfortable as possible during the treatment, because once the treatment is done, that aspect should get better. And it's hard to tell because that aspect is making it harder for her to pee right now. So it's hard to tell how much effect the treatment has had on the other things that were making it hard for her to pee, but I think it's better. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's all a big crapshoot anyway, right? Anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys are doing well this weekend. Oh, I guess I'll briefly just note, because I did get a message yesterday. I'm not going anywhere near the protests and rallies and stuff that are happening in Boston Common today. It was something I thought about because, early, at the end of last weekend, I talked a little bit about, like, well, what should I do? And I think that I do want to try to be a little bit more vocal about some of those issues. I saw a quote that was just saying it's not enough to not be racist, you also have to be anti-racist. Which, yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. It's like, if racist people who are proactively pursuing that agenda weren't out there doing stuff, then it might not be necessary to actively oppose them, but here we are. Anyway, at the same time, I think going out into a big, possibly contentious protest is not my style. Plus, I have other stuff to do. So I hope, though, that for everyone who does go there, that we don't get violence like we did in Charlottesville. I know that the police have already instituted rules that are going to keep people from like bringing bats and shields and stuff like that. So fingers crossed that no one gets hurt like in Virginia last week. But at the same time, what they were saying on the radio is that the size of this, free speech rally is likely to be dwarfed and then some by the size of the counter protest, which, I'm certainly not going to be the one to say that Boston has no racist people in it, because, right, Boston does have kind of a double-edged reputation in that regard. But the other edge of it is that there's going to be a lot of people willing to counter protest that stuff. Anyway, we'll see. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes. And of course, it will be Sunday. So we'll be following up on the big Eclipse 2-parter of Avatar: The Last Airbender with the rewatch. So, talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.